I'm Nancy Grace. I want to thank you for being with us. Bombshell tonight, live, Atlanta suburbs. A 12-year-old little girl heads to a shopping mall. She sells flowers to make family money. When the uncle goes 10 minutes for a pizza, just 10 minutes, the 12-year-old flower girl vanishes. Grainy surveillance video emerges, spotting the 12-year-old Pricella walking along at the strip mall when a white van appears in the parking lot. Then, a frantic call from the missing girl, insisting she's been snatched by a grown woman and can't get away tonight. Where is 12-year-old flower girl Pricella?
12-year-old Pricella went for pizza with her uncle in the shopping center on Indian Trail Road.
She was helping her uncle sell flowers. He went to grab pizza. When he came back, Pricella was gone.
It was seconds.
She slipped away. They believe she got into the white van of a woman who had befriended her, known only to them as Nancy.
About an hour or so later, her mother got a call from the girl who said a woman had taken her.
I told her, why did you get in with her in the van?
She said she was at a house with the woman and had no idea where she was.
That call lasted only minutes. The line went completely dead.
Please bring her back. Please. I want my baby back.
Straight out to Eric Jens, WRGA News Talk, news director. Eric, what happened?
Well, Nancy, a lot of the details in this case have changed slightly from the initial reports, but the main consistency and the main concern on everyone's minds tonight is, where is 12-year-old Pricella Ristick? She was last seen Sunday evening about 5:15 inside that Little Caesars Pizza restaurant, or just outside
That's
of it,
broad
actually.
daylight.
Yes, and you
5:15
could
p.m.
clearly see, you know, the image that was her leaving, and then that's the last we see of her. We don't know exactly what happens to her after that. We have some third-party witnesses, actually, that say she was in that white van that you spoke of earlier.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute, Eric. First of all, Dana, yeah, that's what I want to see. Bring it to me in full. I want to see the little girl. There's the 12-year-old flower girl. There's the white van. Take it from the top, Dana. I want to see her again. This little girl at a local strip mall, she and her uncle go there to sell flowers to make family money. He goes into the Little Caesars Pizza to get a quick pizza. He's only gone 10 minutes. Everything's fine. He comes out. Pricella is gone. Now, a woman in a beauty salon says, and I've got the police report right here, that she sees the girl getting into a white van. Cops tell us that they have confirmed that she approached the white van. We're showing you the white van. Let's take it from there, Jinkasaurus. What happens next?
Because no one ever saw her get into the van. They saw her approach the van. You see the still video surveillance photos with her, another picture with a white van. But there's where the stories are divergent, because what happens to her?
Stop, Jane, look. Look at her. She looks like she knows the person, or is she just running over there? She thinks somebody's going to buy flowers. It could be that. Never mind. I thought I could tell a degree of familiarity in the way she was approaching the van, but she could just be dodging over there because she thinks they're going to buy some flowers. Go ahead, Jane.
But that was my initial thought. I felt her stride right there. She knew where she was going. She had a reason to do what she was doing, and she has a jacket on her arm.
There you see the 12-year-old little girl. Her family has not heard from her since. This goes down in broad daylight, 5:15 p.m. in a strip center parking mall, a strip center shopping mall. Take a look at 12-year-old Pricella. We are taking your calls, but I want to get back to Jinkasaurus, the fact that she then tries to call her mother. What happens with that? The little girl calls her mom.
Yes, the uncle calls police. Police are heading over to the mother's house. I think right when they get there, right before, she calls her mother, and this is where the story diverges too. She says, I'm with Nancy. Nancy's going to bring me back tomorrow. Nancy says she's going to call police. But then another rendition, and she says, I don't know where I am. And her mother says, call the police. Get out of there.
She offered me money. She was going to cash a check and give me money to buy food. Mom, I can't get away. Try to figure a way out. I don't know where I am. Now, how did we get two conversations? Was it just lost in the sauce? What happened? How am I getting, I'm with Nancy, or I don't know where I am?
It's either inconsistencies or two parts to the same conversation.
Yeah, they could both be true, actually. She could be with someone identified as Nancy, a grown woman who was driving that van, and she could also not know where their location is. So both of these can be true. Everyone, the tip line, 770-513-5300. There is a reward. We are looking for a 12-year-old little girl tonight. She was there at a local strip mall, Lilburn, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, selling flowers to make money for her family at age 12. She has not been seen since. After that call, the mom tries to call back. No go. The line goes dead with little Pricella on the phone. What I don't understand also, to Ben Levitan, telecommunications expert joining us out of Raleigh, North Carolina, why cops don't know who made that call already.
Nancy, they should know it immediately. Maybe they don't know, but there's no such thing as an anonymous call, Nancy. It can't happen. The phone company wouldn't put a call through if they couldn't bill it. What happens when you get private number? It just means that it's not displayed to mom. Pricella did the right thing calling. All the police have to do is go to mom's telephone company and say, we want to know the number that called. Let's say it turns out to be an AT&T number. They can go to AT&T and say, we want to know where the cell phone is right now. And they will be able to find that phone within an area of 700 acres. That's the maximum it could be. And then from there, they can call the phone and track it down. And we can find her tonight.
I don't understand what the delay is. To Eric Jens, WRGA News Talk, joining us. What are cops saying about this phone call?
I have to just add in there that the phone, if there was a phone call, it could have come from a landline. And you're not going to be able to pinpoint where the landline is unless you can unblock that number. They're dealing strictly with cell phones. But maybe the other phone was a landline phone, which would be a little bit harder, I would think. I have to stop interrupting, guys. I know, just frustrated.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Repeat.
Yeah, they're not releasing any details of the call other than that one was made, and they're investigating that as an aspect of the case. Of course, as you mentioned, they are going into more details about what the discussion entailed. But as far as using the phone to locate her whereabouts, we don't know the details of the extent of that effort.
Eric Jens.
Yes.
Did you just hear Ben Levitan explain
it
how
sounded
you can
very
find
simple,
where the call is?
Well, it did sound very simple. That's not specifically my area of expertise. I don't doubt that he's right in that fact.
What are cops saying about this phone call? What are they saying about the phone call?
I have heard, and I have not heard this directly from the police themselves, but what I have heard is that this is one of those disposable type phones, and that it could have come from anywhere, and it could be anywhere right now.
Does that change the scenario, Ben Levitan? Eric Jens just telling us it could have been one of those disposable phones. You can get them at the Tom Thumb or the 7-Eleven.
Doesn't matter at all. It has a phone number. It's the records are kept for every phone call. When she is called, a record is kept of what cell site she made that call from. It doesn't matter if it's a disposable phone or not. What you could do, what the mom could have done is, if this ever happens, you can hit send, dial 911, hit send again, and you'll be on a three-way call with 911, and that person's location will be, exact location will be telegraphed to the 911 center. 911 is the best way to locate you.
Take a look at Pricella Ristick, just 12 years old, 4 feet, 95 pounds, reddish brown hair, brown eyes. She called her mom and says she can't get away. Tip line, 770-513-5300. At 12 years old, out selling flowers to help make money for her family. She has not been seen since.
I wish they would talk about what if the call that was made, allegedly, was made from a landline to a cell phone. I mean, they're just talking about cell phone to cell phone, but they could have had a private landline, or they could have blocked a landline number and then called a cell phone. People do have landlines. I have one.